Hi guys, my name is Arjun Vajpayee. I climb mountains for a living. I'm a professional mountaineer, as he said. I've been climbing mountains for the longest time which I can think. I've done 12 expeditions over 8,000 meters. One of the first ones was Everest, and then went about climbing successfully climbing 6 other 8,000 meter peaks. So currently, I'm the only Indian climber to have climbed 8,000 meter peaks. There are only 14 mountains in this world which go above the altitude of 8,000 meters. Unfortunately, there's no Indian who's ever climbed all of them. So we are in the whole process of attempting to be the first Indian climber to finish all the 14 8,000 meter mountains. So that's some of the mountains which I've climbed are Everest, Lhotse, Kanchenjunga, Makalu, Manaslu, Lhotse, yeah, that's it. Choyu, yeah. So I don't know if you're familiar with them, but there are only 14 mountains in this world which rise above this 8-kilometer altitude mark. And very few climbers who ever finished this. There are only 32 climbers in the world who ever climbed this. So this is my thing. I climb mountains for a living. Yeah.
Wow. Once you know him, you can read a lot about him, right? He's trying to convince me to go to Mount Everest next year. So I don't think I'm ready yet, but I think.
I think we're pretty close. I'm pretty close. He's almost convinced, but I think pretty close. You're going to see him on the top of the world very soon. I think so. Yeah, very soon.
But going back to him, right? I think I think if you just know anything about just read about anything about mountain climbing, where the oxygen level is negligible, right? And I think the amount of training. And he lives in Noida, by the way. Training for climbing these altitudes out of Noida is an art in itself, right? So I think he's talking about how he's had this pad inside into a home with no oxygen, right? And then sleeping into that
hypoxia chamber.
Yes, chamber and so on, right? So again, I think we'll have him to kind of give an experiential talk on what it takes for the whole, and I think you shot with Ritik at once for the mountain view. Do you have a mountain in your kind of an ad?
It's called Risk Utha Naam Bana. We did a campaign with when Mr. Hrithik Roshan was playing our role. Where you've seen this commercial where he's jumping from the mountain from one side to the other side. And that's where they recreated the conditions which I went through on a mountain called Choyu in Tibet. So that was a campaign which we did with them. But expeditions are crazy.
Yeah, I think he casually shared this story that when I was 16, I went to the Everest, and because you're so young, your body is still developing. And he said, I had a little bit of issue in my brain which got developed, and it got solved later. So he was just casually telling me, what that is, but it's like such a stuff. But just one question, how did you decide to become 16, climb the highest peak of the world?
So obviously there's a lot of things which have to be completely wrong with you in your head. According to my mother, I definitely suffer from a lot of disorders, but we never talk about it in the house just to make you feel nice about it. But I think I climbed a small mountain in Pune, and I was 10 years old. I saw the sunset from the top of this hill. And I asked my grandfather this question that, I want to know, if it looks so beautiful from here, I want to know how beautiful will it look from the highest point of this. So that was in my 6th grade. Little did I even know that what is the altitude of this highest place, or is it like this mountain? But I read about Mount Everest in my 6th grade chapter itself in my Hindi book, and I got to know that people actually climb this thing. And that day, somewhere in my mind, I set it out that one day, I don't know how long will it take, but one day I want to stand on top of this world and see how does it look from up there. And I think the world didn't live up to its reputation. It took me about 6 years. I was not sure that I was going to be so close to my dream from the dreaming aspect to the reality aspect. It come in almost 6 years. But it did happen, and then I think I still regard it as one of the best days of my life. That day I understood that if you can think about something, it's definitely in your destiny to go and achieve it. It has your name written on it. So the process starts from dreaming, and then small steps every day which you take towards making it into a reality. So that's why I keep telling everybody, you must dream big, as big as you can dream. Because you never know that, all that you are dreaming, it's all going to come true one day. So you better not leave anything behind in your head when you are dreaming, at least.
Super, I think it's a perfect, since we were doing the 2019 throwback, and so this is a great. Just coincidentally, it happened. He was in Gurgaon. He just reached out, and so in 2020 we are dreaming big, and we hope to leverage this learning. And so we'll get Arjun back for a good kind of talk both here and maybe at C3 also. I think
will be worth definitely.
A lot of great lessons to learn and so on. So thank you.
We'd love to do that. Yeah.